Hi, everyone. Welcome to our first English Kept Real. I'm Bradley.
And I'm Linda. Today we're talking about getting around Brisbane. You know how we travel in our city.
Yeah, that's right. We'll chat about cars, buses, trains, and all the different ways to move around Brisbane.
Mm-hmm.
So, Linda, how do you usually get around the city?
Well, I don't have a car, so I use public transport. I take the bus most days, and sometimes the train.
Right.
What about you, Bradley? You drive everywhere, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I have a car, so I drive to work, to the shops, pretty much everywhere.
That's convenient.
It is, but there are good things and bad things about driving. What's your morning like, Linda? How do you get to work?
Oh well, I walk to the bus stop first. It's about 5 minutes from my house.
Mm hmm.
Then I catch the bus into the city. It takes about 20 minutes. Sometimes I need to change buses.
Oh, changing buses. That's a bit annoying, isn't it?
Yeah, sometimes. But it's not too bad. I can read or listen to music on the bus. What about your drive to work?
Well, I just get in my car and go. It's about 15 minutes to my office, but the traffic can be really bad.
Oh, yeah, Brisbane traffic.
Exactly. Sometimes it takes 30 minutes or more. I sit in my car and can't move.
That sounds frustrating.
It is. But you know what's great about Brisbane? We have the river. Do you ever take the City Cat, Linda?
Oh, yes, I love the City Cat. It's like a bus, but on the water.
Right. It's a ferry.
Yes, a ferry. It goes along the Brisbane River. The views are beautiful, and there's no traffic on the water.
That's true. I've used it a few times. It's really nice and relaxing. When do you use the City Cat?
Usually on weekends. Sometimes I take it to South Bank or to visit friends. It's slower than the bus, but it's so peaceful.
Yeah, that sounds nice.
What about the train? Do you ever catch trains in Brisbane?
Not really. I mean, I have, but not often. I usually drive to places. What about you?
I use the train when I go to the Gold Coast or the Sunshine Coast. It's really good for longer trips.
Oh, right, for day trips.
Exactly. It's perfect for a day out. But let's talk about money, Bradley. How much does it cost you to drive around Brisbane?
Oh, wow, driving costs quite a lot. I spend about $60 a week on petrol. Then there's parking. In the city, parking can cost $20 for just a few hours.
$20 for parking? That's expensive. Public transport is much cheaper for me. I have a Go card. The bus costs about $4.50 per trip.
450. That's not too bad. So if you take the bus twice a day, that's about $9, much cheaper than my petrol and parking.
Yes, and the train is similar. To the Gold Coast, it's about $15, much cheaper than driving there and paying for petrol and parking.
That's a good point. Linda, you mentioned you walk to the bus stop. Do you walk around Brisbane much, like for fun or exercise?
Oh, yes, I love walking. Brisbane is great for walking. I often walk along the river. The river walk is beautiful, especially in the morning or evening.
The river walk is fantastic. I don't walk as much as you, but when I do, I really enjoy it. What other places do you like to walk?
I love walking in South Bank. There's the parklands, and you can walk all the way to the city. Also, the Botanic Gardens are lovely for a peaceful walk.
Nice. Do you ever walk to do errands like going to the shops or the post office?
Sometimes, yes. There's a small shopping centre about 10 minutes walk from my place. I go there for groceries when I don't need too much. It's good exercise.
That's smart. Now, what about when you can't walk or take public transport? Do you ever use taxis or Uber?
Oh, yes. I use Uber sometimes, mainly when I'm out late at night or when it's raining heavily. It's convenient, but it can be expensive.
I agree. Uber can be pricey. I use it sometimes when I go out drinking. Much safer than driving my car home, you know?
Absolutely. How much does an Uber usually cost you? From the city to your place?
From the city to my place, it's usually around $20 to $25. On Friday nights or when it's really busy, it can be $40.
$40. That's so expensive. I've paid about $15 for shorter trips, but 40 is too much for me.
It really is. Speaking of expenses, Linda, do you travel differently on weekends compared to weekdays?
Oh, yes, very different. On weekdays, I have to be at work on time, so I take the direct bus. On weekends, I'm more relaxed. I might walk more or take the city cat just for fun.
That makes sense. For me, weekdays are all about getting to work quickly. But on weekends, I sometimes leave the car at home and try public transport or walking.
Really? That's interesting. Where do you go on weekends when you don't drive?
Well, sometimes I take the train to the markets at Southbank or I walk to New Farm for coffee. It's nice to not worry about parking or traffic.
That sounds lovely. I do the same thing. On weekends, I have more time, so I can enjoy the journey, not just focus on getting there quickly.
Exactly. Linda, can you tell us about a time when public transport really worked well for you? Like a good experience?
Oh, I have a great story. Last month, I took the train to the Gold Coast. The weather was perfect, and I had a book. The trip was so relaxing. I arrived feeling happy and refreshed.
That sounds wonderful. Much better than driving, right? You can read, relax, look out the window. When I drive, I have to concentrate on the road the whole time.
True. What about you, Bradley? Do you have any funny or interesting transport stories to share?
Oh, yes. Once I was stuck in traffic for an hour. I was so bored I started counting red cars. I counted 47 red cars before the traffic moved.
47 red cars. That's so funny. I have a silly story too. Once I fell asleep on the bus and went 3 stops past my destination. I had to walk back.
Oh no, that's happened to me too. It's so easy to daydream on public transport. Linda, thinking about comfort, which transport method do you find most comfortable?
The train is definitely the most comfortable for me. The seats are bigger, and it's smooth and quiet. Buses can be bumpy sometimes, especially the older ones.
My car is quite comfortable, but you're right about trains. What about time, Linda? Do you find public transport takes much longer than driving?
It depends. Sometimes the bus is faster, especially during peak hour when there's lots of traffic. But if I need to change buses, it can take longer.
That's true. I love the convenience of my car. I can leave when I want and go directly where I need to go. But like you said, traffic can be terrible.
But public transport has convenience too. I don't have to worry about parking or petrol or if my car breaks down. And I can use my phone or read while I travel.
You make excellent points. I have to admit, sometimes I feel a bit isolated in my car. Public transport must be nice for meeting people or just feeling part of the community.
Yes, I see the same people on my bus sometimes. We smile and say hello. It makes me feel connected to my neighborhood, and I hear interesting conversations.
That's really nice. Linda, how does the weather affect your transport choices? Brisbane can get quite hot and humid or suddenly rainy.
Oh, weather makes a big difference. When it's really hot, I prefer air-conditioned buses and trains. When it's raining, I definitely avoid walking and might use Uber instead.
I love having air conditioning in my car during summer, but driving in heavy rain can be stressful. The roads get slippery and visibility is poor.
Oh, I have a funny rain story. Once I was caught in a sudden downpour while walking. A bus driver saw me getting soaked and let me on for free, even though it wasn't my usual route.
What a kind bus driver. That's the Brisbane spirit, isn't it? Linda, thinking about everything we've discussed, what's your favourite way to travel around Brisbane overall?
I think I like the bus best for everyday travel. It's reliable, affordable, and I know the routes well. But for special trips or nice weather, I love the City Cat.
That makes perfect sense. For me, I still prefer my car for convenience, but talking to you today makes me want to try public transport more often.
You should try it. Maybe start with a weekend trip on the City Cat. It's such a lovely way to see Brisbane from a different perspective.
I will definitely do that. Well, everyone, we've had a great chat about transport in Brisbane today. We've talked about costs, comfort, convenience, and our personal experiences.
Yes, we've covered buses, trains, cars, walking, the City Cat, and even Uber. Each transport method has good points and not so good points.
I hope our listeners learned some useful vocabulary about transport and maybe some tips for getting around Brisbane if they visit.
And remember, the best transport choice depends on where you're going, what the weather is like, and what you prefer. Don't be afraid to try different options.
Absolutely right. Thank you so much for listening to English Kept Real today. We really appreciate you taking the time to listen to our conversation.
Yes, thank you, everyone. We hope this conversation helped you learn more English in a natural way. Keep practicing and don't give up.
See you next time on English Kept Real. Until then, keep your English real and have a wonderful day.
Goodbye, everyone. Take care and happy travels wherever you are.